Hey y'all, it's Melissa at Messy Missy Creates. I'm going to make my April journal today, and I'm going to do something that I have never done. I've never actually made a journal out of a little golden book. Now, I know that tons of people have. I have resisted. I have been collecting them, just the ones that I like. Anyway, Allison gave me this one in Happy Mail a while back. And I thought, what better book to use for Easter than this one? Well, she gave me this one as well, and another Happy Mail. But I'm going to use this one because I've been wanting to try the golden book, and I just haven't done it. One reason why I haven't is because it's smaller than my usual journal size. And then, yeah, it's the same width, so that should be fine. It really should just be, well, let's use inches so I know what I'm talking about. It's not quite 8, so it's only going to be an inch shorter than what I'm used to, but I think we can make it work. And this was the perfect one to use for April, because it's got the rabbit. It's Peter Rabbit. I mean, come on. And he's in the garden, and April is all about gardening for me. And, well, I don't have bunnies, but if I had a bunny in my garden, I would have let Peter eat whatever he wanted out of the garden. That's the truth of it. Right now, my chickens are getting a good bit of it. But anyway, I've got a variety of ribbons that I may use. I've got out just because I might use them. And we're going to get started. I did remember to bring a screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, so I don't tear up my scissors, because I know these things have a staple in them. What I did not get ready, and I will have to fix that, but I did not bring, I'm gonna have to make a spine for this one, I think. I may not have to, so I'll explain that one in a minute. I can feel the staples. The gold on this one is very much intact. I'm not worried about keeping the gold intact, which I know I've seen videos, there's ways of doing it, but I'm not, because I'm going to put fabric on it. So right now, my only concern is getting this staple out without losing any fingers or, things like that. The important stuff, right? So, and I could have done this without you. And I might still should have, but if you've never taken one apart before, I thought we could do this together for the first time. I've seen it done many, 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 many times. I just haven't done it myself. Now, I have taken books apart that have been stapled, like old school books, and they're a mess. I mean, these staples are no joke. Okay, so I thought I had the side with the whole staple, but I just have the side with the prongs. So that just means I need to lift them. Let me try it from this way. Come on, little staple. Cooperate. You're the last one. Cooperate. Here we go. All right. Let me get it up straight. And it does hurt my heart a little bit to mess this, the gold strip up. But I have some really cute fabric that I'm going to use for it. So, right now I can, well, honestly, I can't even feel that staple. I know it's in there. I know it's in there. Let me move that so I don't cut my fingers off. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to pull all of these pages out. Oh, I hear my chickens going crazy out there. That either means that they laid an egg or they want Mama to come out there and see them. I was just out there. I just fed them breakfast, or a little while ago. So they're not hurting for anything. Okay, I do need to get this staple out. I see it now. There we go. I think I should be able to get it this time. Let me use, this is a little bit thinner. It's not as stiff as the screwdriver. And I don't want to break this tool because I use this tool a lot. Not necessarily in my journals, but in my other crafting. So I certainly don't want to break it. But what I want to do is just get under that staple enough that I can get the screwdriver underneath it. Here we go. Just like that. And shoot, that was supposed to pull up in one swoop. Okay, I got one of them. Now let's get the others. There's only one other. Where'd it go? Oh, it's on this side. I was like, where did it go? Let's see. You're in here somewhere. I can feel you. There it is. Yeah, sometimes they squawk because they're talking to the birds. Sometimes they squawk because they just want attention. And sometimes they squawk to let me know that they laid an egg. I'm going to see if I can push on this. Yep, that worked. And just kind of push it out. There we go. Hey, don't you love it when a plan works? All right. 2 big staples out. So now we have this. I think that I can get away with just squishing these together like this. And then it might make me a little short. I don't need a screwdriver anymore. And I found the raggediest screwdriver that we have probably in our junk drawer. Okay, this is going to make it right at 6 inches, which means that our pages, if you use the whole thing, it makes it 6.5, which I'm more comfortable with. But if I were to flatten this and reinforce it and use it as the spine, I mean, I boogered up I think I'm going to use this fabric on it anyway. So I'm not worried about the gold. But that might make it too short. My other option is to cut it in half and reinforce it. Add some cardboard. And keep this part as part of the front cover. Does that make sense? Then that gives us 6.5 instead of 6 inches. I'm using 12 by 12 papers. They're going to be 6 inches when I fold them. And you know how some of the inner ones will end up sticking out. So that's my fear. But if I can do this without having to remake that spine, I still would reinforce that center because it's very thin. I don't know, what would you do? Let's see. It would look like this. It would give me a plenty wide. There would be plenty of width. I'll tell you what, we're going to set this to the side for just a second. Let me put my sharp tool up and my other tool because I don't need those right now. Let's look through all the papers. Y'all, I learned how to do something and I'm so excited, especially knowing that Joann's is closing. Look what I did. I learned how to make double-sided paper. 12 by 12 double-sided paper. Yes, I did. And isn't it cute? I bought this. Oh, I meant to make note of the Etsy shop I bought these from. I think I bought them from the same. There's 2 kits. There's one that's more this orange and pink with the bunnies and carrots. Like, oh, I forgot to show you the other side of this one, Hop Hop. And then there's this one that has like the blues and yellows and pinks. So I'm going to combine them. They don't match completely, but it's okay. It's still, you know, it's spring. It doesn't have to all be bunnies, right? And then I loved this stripe. And with the little peeps on the back. And then this one right here just says Hop, Hop, Hop. And there's Easter eggs on the other side. And I loved this plaid. I love these colors together. And then more peeps with a pink background. So I will link, I will try to remember to put the Etsy shop, link the Etsy shop in my description. Just in case you want to. I have a 12x12 printer. It's a Canon Pixma. Anyway, it's a Crafter's printer, and it's listed in my Amazon affiliate links. If you shop through that link, I get a small commission off of it. If you do decide to buy one and you want to use my link, that would be much appreciated. But you can print your own borderless 12x12 paper, and then I just made my own 2-sided paper. Okay, so I think I have I think I have 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I have 9. I giggled because I was like, let the paper counting begin. So here's some other options that I have. Obviously, this is not an option, but these are spring papers that I wanted to have out. If I have, like, those are double-sided papers, but if I use some of these single-sided papers, I can use this as a background. I can use them as tags. I can use them as whatever. So I wanted to get out, these are just some papers that I pulled from my spring box. This is one I've used with the gray and white kind of bunnies. I've used that one before for a cover. So I can use this. So that would make 10. Let's see. This is just a piece of one, but it would make a really cute pocket or whatever, tag. This I've used for a cover before, and I absolutely love it. This is one of my favorite. I don't know if I can use this as a page or not. I've got 2 of them. Maybe I'll use one. Be brave, be brave. Okay, so I have this one, which will definitely match all of these colors. The yellow is a little brighter, and the pink is a little more coral pink, but they're going to match well enough. So I've got that. I need 16 pages, and I think I'm going to use all scrapbook paper. I'm not sure about this one yet. I already used one of those, so we're going to set that to the side. This I definitely want to use. I'm pretty sure I want to use it. No, what I really want to do is hoard it some more. I already used that one. These are the ones that I just picked up at Joann's on their clearance. And I didn't necessarily intend for all of them to be April. Like this one I would use for May or June. So I'm going to set that one to the side. These would be the kind of the right colors. But I'm not sure that I like it for Easter. I still think this would be good for May or June. May, maybe. This one I think would be good for May. It's a little bit bolder colors, maybe. And that's why I like it for May. May, we tend to get a little bolder, vibrant. I don't know. In my mind, it's more vibrant. These are more vibrant colors. I don't know if I'm going to find any of these, honestly, that I've really had in mind. Maybe 1 or 2 that I had in mind for March. That one, wouldn't be horrible, but it just doesn't match my little bunny motif. So I'm going to put these to the side. I think we have May and August set, because that is more like, well, that's more like fall, but we'll see when we get to that. This one, definitely not feeling that. That's more of like a mauve. Not this one. Don't want this one either, I don't think. Let me see what the back looks like. That might be the deciding factor. Can't get them apart. Okay. No. This one's getting closer, but again, I think this is May. Here we go. Here's one I think we can use. I think this is going to match kind of our color scheme. So I'll definitely at least use one of those. I'll put both of them in there. This one I definitely can use. It's got the soft aqua blue, and then this is soft pastel kind of colors. The rainbow I got a bunch of. It's got the orange background. I don't know. I'll put one in the stack. I don't know that I really want to use it, but I got 5 of them, I think, because I really liked that one. This one, definitely not. This one, maybe, because it's soft enough, the colors. Oh, in the background is this just blue, like aqua blue stripes. And then this is another one of those real bold floral ones. So let's see how many of these we have. We have 9 of our printed ones. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that gives me 18. So I can ditch some of these. And I also can use, if there's some of these, see, like these two match. This is a thinner paper, so it doesn't hurt to put. I'm still moving these. Okay. I do like this one with this, so that means we need to omit 3, I think. But I definitely want to use this. I can't get these apart. I want to use these 2. So I need, if I have 9, I need 7. So 1, 2, 3. We'll take this one out. I want this one, so 4. So let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm at 15 right now, I think. Here's my dilemma. What am I going to use for inside cover? Now, initially, when I got the Happy... Oh, wait. Wait, nope. Because I have some papers from Hope to use for Easter. Now, these I won't use as pages. I mean, I could fold them this way. I love these two together. I think what I want to do is... And that would match our colors. It would give us a little bit smaller page, but that would actually be a good thing. Oh dear, what did I just do? Okay, so I'm taking this one out. This one was just in my spring bunch. I love this one so much, but I think I don't want to use this as a background. I want to use this as a tag. I was going to use this one. So... And I was going to use this one. And I forgot about, yeah, I didn't forget about them. I had them in my stack. But I want to use them. Am I not going to use this one? It matches those eggs. I don't have purple in my... Let me see if I can make tags out of those or something. Because I am over my limit. But that's okay, because I'm going to take... I am going to use these 3. here's my other dilemma. I want to use this one on Easter, but then I'd want to use this one on Easter, and I can't have both, I don't think. I don't know. Let me see. Had it all worked out in my head, and then I had forgotten. And then I also have this pack of paper that had, these are the packs. I don't know if you can still get them at Hobby Lobby, but when the Paper Studio stuff is half off, these are like mixture packs of loose paper. And I didn't want to open it all the way, but I know I saw some Easter eggs. I mean, obviously I could use those pink polka dots. Where was... I saw one with Easter eggs. Ooh, that's a pretty one. That'd be pretty for like June. I don't know. Be pretty for any time. Okay, I have this Easter egg one. Let me pull this out without pulling everything out. And then I see this one that says he is risen. I might have to save that one for next year. Oh, look at the sunflowers. Isn't that pretty? Okay, and it might not be in this pack. So, I already have the one from Hope that says he is risen. Oh, there's another football one. There's a soccer ball one. That's like, I don't see any other Easter. So, we were supposed to be working on our journal cover. Oh, look, there was some shamrock that I missed. That's okay, I'll use it for next year. I do need to break this pad apart and put it where, because there's Christmas and everything. I just forgot I had it. Okay, so that means we don't have to use these since I've used them before. However, what I was thinking is I am going to probably, I say probably, I don't know that I'm going to cover the inside of this book other than to maybe make a pocket right here that covers this barcode. If I were to use, I could use one of these, or I could use like this, or, you know, some combination of that. So now how many papers do we have? If I use this and this and this one I might be able to save for spring. I mean, well, obviously I can save it for spring. I think I have the right amount, right? So if I take these out and this one, I don't know. I love this flower one, but it would be, again, no, I want it in this one, I think. I do. And this one I can save. I don't have to use that one. I do want to use this, and I want to, it obviously is not going to be, only half of it's going to be on Easter. So maybe I can put these two together and make half. Those don't really go together, but it's okay. We're going to use them anyway. So I had 9 of my printed ones. And I have 10, 11, 12. I can leave this one out. I can leave that one out. 13, 14, 15, 16. Is that right? Did I do that right? I'm hoping so. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Do I get to add one back in? 16. Now, I don't have any purple in my other stuff, but that's okay. We can have purple. I don't know. I'm not going to recount them, but I think that was 16. All right, so back to our cover. I have plenty of cardboard. However, I did just throw away a bunch. I know, and I threw away some strips. I'm looking at, because these ends right here, I had a bunch of these already cut out. That means I'm going to have to get my big cutter out now. I am ill-prepared. I do not have it out. Now, this little fabric square I got from Dollar Tree a long time ago. And I have one with pink and white rabbits on it too, but I thought this one was perfect for this. Little glasses on the bunny. Looks just like Peter Rabbit. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. And then I actually thought that this green, this kind of mint green, although that's really not in my book at all, but it matches this garden. This was the blue I was having trouble matching before. I had bought it for another journal and it didn't for January. And it just didn't match. It actually looks okay with this one. Or I have this really bright aqua blue that's a little brighter than this. And then, of course, I have my Rick Racks and things like that. So, I'm going to just bite the bullet. And I'm going to take a chance that that is going to work. Because otherwise, I have to dig my big, big cutter out. And I don't know, I might have to do this in sections anyway. But I can take this, and this is just that fabric tape. Am I sure this is what I want to do? No. I like it 6.5 inches. Oh, especially since, yes, knowing what Allison's item of the month challenge is. No, we better go with the wider. I'll just have to edit the video. And maybe it'll make it more easy to watch anyway. Here we go. I'm doing it. Oh, that hurts my heart. But I'm doing it. Okay, so I'm going to clean these up. Well, that was easier said than done. Can clean these up, and then I'm gonna break away for a minute and go get my cutter out and cut down a piece of cardboard. I just threw a bunch of those away too. What was I thinking? Don't we know that as soon as you throw stuff away, we're gonna need it? I mean, come on. Whose brain was I using? I certainly wasn't using mine. Okay, I will break away and I will come back. And I may just already have the cardboard cut out. And then we'll go from there. Because we're just going to make this a little bit bigger spine. And then I'm going to make this to where it doesn't fold. Okay. So I'm going to put... I'm not sure how I'm going to do that just yet. But we're going to make it not fold right there. Or we're going to try to make it not fold right there. So let me break away. And I will be back momentarily. Okay, I'm back. I cut it apart and I left this on so that we would have a wider. I think I explained that earlier, but just in case I didn't, I wanted it to be 6.5. If I cut this little flap off, then it's only going to be right at 6. And it would be easier if I cut it off, but then I'd have to shorten my pages, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to try to make this work. And those, when I made them out of my cracker boxes, I had to ignore folds in the cardboard anyway. So I think this might work. I'm just trying to line it up on my grid sheet here so I can get it kind of even. I cut down, off camera, I cut down the width of I glued 2 pieces of cardboard together. I have my fabric tape, but it's not going to be wide enough because I need it to go over this fold right here. It's not going to be wide enough for that. So I have this Tyvek tape, and honestly, it's not going to be wide enough either. So I'm just going to use my fabric tape and do it twice, even though that's going to make it almost impossible for the needle to go through. So I'm going to do it like this. The reason for putting the tape over this little fold right here is so that it doesn't fold. I mean, because I'm not covering it. If I was covering it, I could cover it with a thick piece of cardstock and it wouldn't bend anymore right there. I don't know if any of that's making sense to you or not, but I hope it does. I know that's not straight, but I think it's straight enough. We'll find out if it's not. So we've got that one, and I think I just reached the end of that roll. Yay. Okay, that end is not long enough to do anything with. Little plastic circle thingy. Do we keep it? Maybe. I'm leaving a little bit of a gap just so that it does bend here. I think I overshot my gap on that side by a little bit, but we're gonna pretend I didn't. And let's see, this is why I use my cracker boxes, people. It's so much easier. Actually, I'm not gonna have to double that. That worked out perfectly. I mean, I'm not gonna have to overlap the tape. Yeah, I might have. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Perfect. Okay. Because going through this tape with your needle when you're sewing your signatures is brutal anyway. And then to go through, oh, it is still going to be doubled because I got to do the other side. Now I'm going to put fabric over this, so we're not going to see it. Oh, I was trying not to cover too much of this. Let's see how I can... do I have to do the tape on this side? Maybe, maybe not. What do we think? This is going to be the fabric. Now I can turn it right side. Did I do it right? Yeah, okay. Whew. It's been a while since I've done one of these. Not sure that I even have to put the tape on the front side because I'm going to have the fabric cover it. But it's not like this is a junk journal that's going to last me years. This is a monthly journal that I just need it to make quickly. And that's not happening. I'm going to do that right there. It only has to last a month and then it sits on a shelf. You know what I'm saying? For a junk journal that you're going to use for possibly a year or 6 months or 2 years, or, you know, some people work in the same junk journal for multiple years, then you need it to be more sturdy. This is just, you know, it's a monthly journal. And so it doesn't have to be that, doesn't have to be that sturdy, but it's gonna be sturdy now. So let's see, did we accomplish what we want it to accomplish? Kind of. It still wants to bend right there just a little bit, but we're just gonna ask it not to. We're gonna ask nicely, Please don't bend there anymore. We don't need you to bend there anymore. And if it does, it's, you know, we left enough of a gap that it's naturally folding here where we want it. And honestly, I don't have to put fabric on it at all, but you know I'm going to. Now, I did pre-tear this, and I was trying to make sure I did it wide enough, and I think I did. And then we're going to probably have to do a part 2. Drum roll. Okay. Here's my other piece. Okay. I couldn't fold the fabric over or the bunnies would be upside down. So I cut 2 strips about the same size. Sorry about all the sirens. They're coming really close. I think they're even coming. Yeah, they're on my street. They're really close. Okay. And then I am going to kind of mush this around with my finger, because do you think that I thought to get my little spatula? No. Come on, glue. So I'm just going to smudge this around with my finger a little bit. Try really hard not to get it on my desktop. It just keeps it from coming, if you smooth it out a little bit, it keeps it from coming through the fabric a little bit better. I want that there and that there. And I want you to unroll right here so that I get frays on all the sides. Oh no, come on. Come on. This side cooperated nicely. This side, not so much. I got a bubble right there on his little bunny face. His little cheek. His little chubby cheek. Come on, Bubble. Get out of there. Okay. So, that's going to lift a little bit. I can go back and re-glue that. For right now, I just want to get this one glued on so they can be drying. Let me get down this edge a little bit better. Obviously, you want your edges glued very well. And again, if I were going to cover this with fabric, I would have wanted to do this before this step. Unless you want your... I didn't mean fabric. If I'd wanted to cover the inside of the journal, inside covers of the journal, I would have wanted to do this before I glued my fabric down. I mean, it depends on whether you want the... Oh, I forgot to do this part. It depends on whether you want your fabric over your paper or your paper over your fabric. I like my paper under my fabric. So, that's what my preference would have been. So, let's see if we can get this to unroll. This side is doing great at not rolling. This side, again, is rolling under. It's not a huge deal if it doesn't, but I don't want it to. Well, in the meantime, my glue's drying. So let's just get it on there, and then maybe I can unroll it. Okay. And I have a bone folder for this other than my gluey hands. See, I think I can get it out. Yep. I don't think I glued it all the way to the edge of the fabric. But anyway, so your paper would have gone underneath here. You know, ideally, I think. That's good enough. And I did because, well, that wasn't a whole sentence. I had said in a recent video, because I want to use these, that Robin had sent me a little while back in a Happy Mail. I had wanted to use these for a journal cover, but then that's when I decided, oh, I don't want to bend it yet. But that's when I decided to use the Peter Rabbit, and I don't want to cover the journal. So I had thought about using these to do the inside covers, but I'll be honest with you, they have these little pieces that you can cut out to make them kind of like a 3D decoupage look. I think I'm going to frame them. I love them that much, and I want them in my craft room. So they're not going to make the journal because they're going to get hung on my wall. And then I will get to enjoy them for much, 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 much longer. So I'm going to put those away, and I'll show you when I do it. I just got to find a frame that will fit them. Oh, and if you were wondering, I have the pages from the book, and I'm not going to use them in the book because, y'all, I wouldn't journal over these pages. I just wouldn't. So what I might do is, this is where my dilemma is, because I don't like to put precious papers down as my base, because then I don't want to put anything on top of them. You know, you could, if you were doing a junk journal, you could make it to where the book pages are mixed in with your pages, and you can keep the story intact. But that's not what this is. This isn't a true junk journal. This is a monthly journal. It's a journal for a month. It's a daily journal. So, but what I may do is use, that's going to be hard too, but what I might do is like cut out certain little images, or use, see now look, on a day that I was in my garden, wouldn't that be a cute little pictures to cut out? Obviously you have to, oh no, you have to decide between that one and that one. Anyway, or I know you can photocopy them. Anyway, right now I'm keeping those pages intact, just in case you were wondering. And the only book page that I thought about using was this one, because this, she's sewing an American flag. This has a flag strewn here. April 1st, we vote. Well, actually, it already happened. We voted. And I thought about using that as my first, not my cover page. Well, it would have to be my cover page, and I don't really want that as my cover page because this would be April 1st. So that complicates my count of my papers. Let me see how long. Because I think we already had 16 pages. Unless I leave one of these out to use for next year, like on Easter. Or this, I don't know. I don't know, but we did have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Why did we have 17? Okay. And I don't, this one doesn't match exactly. Am I going to take one of these out and make, I'm almost tempted, as much as I want to use this one as a page, I think I'd almost rather cut out that and put on, I may hold on to this one. I don't know, let me think. Because I really like that one. Let me think about what that's going to do. If not, I can always take out one of these little florals. You know, I mean, I don't have to use, I tell you what, I mean, like, I don't have to use both of those pieces of paper. I can take this one out and be content. But I know that I'm going to have a hard time journaling over this one. And this one, too. So I may just have to use it as like cut out the crosses and stuff, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. And I can make tags with those too. I'm still not 100% sure on this one. But anyway, let's just start folding. Do we have time to do this? I don't know. Let me see where the, how long was the other video? I think the other video was long enough. And I love this one. I love the colors. You don't necessarily need to see me fold and cut. So these were folded at 6 inches. So these are going to fit in our, well, we're not folding our journal yet because we're letting it dry. So they're going to fit in here like this. And then it's going to fold. I did like it might be like a 3/4 inch spine. It wasn't quite an inch, I know that. Anyway, so I'm going to fold some of the papers. I got to cut them down. And I might bring you back to do that. Let me see how much of this video I got and how much of it I'm going to edit out. And we're going to let that dry. And then I will come back and maybe have these folded, or maybe do it with you, or maybe just finish it without you. But, oh, I love all these papers. And I'm so tickled that I can print double-sided paper. That's gonna, I don't know if the ink wise, if it'll save me a lot of money or not, but we're gonna find out. Because look, then I don't have to worry about my backgrounds, and I just needed something easy. I know I'm still gonna have a few blank backgrounds, but see, that's where, like, if this was on Easter and I had, let's say this was here and this was here, I could cover this page with this. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? I think it'll be easier than trying to count it in as my Easter page and get it on the 20th, because we all know I can't count right. That journal math will get you. We all heard about chicken math, but journal math is pretty bad too. So anyway, all right, I'm going to stop for now. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this or not, but we will see, and I will probably come back for part 2, or I may just show up with a finished journal. Just not sure yet. Anyway, I appreciate you being here, and I hope you enjoyed that. I know that was kind of a hot mess of a video, but can we bend it? It's dry enough. Yes, maybe, kind of. It's gonna be so cute. Oh, wait, don't go. I need you to take a vote. Are we putting the pom-poms here? Or are we going to put the pom-poms here? I think I want them on the outside of the journal. Do we want the blue? Or do we want the green? I don't think this one is going to be an option because it's just too bright. Or I thought about doing something really bold. There's no orange in this at all. Thought about being really bold and doing that. No, I was thinking there was orange in the thing. There's a little bit of yellow, rickrack. There are some pink. So I could use the pink rickrack here. That's kind of sweet because there's pink in the little bunny faces right here. Or I have this darker teal rickrack. And y'all take a vote and let me know. I kind of like that one. Yeah, that really... I'm thinking this with the green pom-poms on the outside. Y'all let me know what you think. Pink, teal, green, or blue pom-poms. Pink or teal rickrack, and pink, I mean the green or blue pom-poms. Y'all tell me in the comments. All right. Hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you for spending your time with me, and I'll see you soon. Bye.